welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking a field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Detroit Lions. Is 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Successive penalties have him looking now at a 1st and 20. The give to Henry. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Now a handoff to Henry. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. A give to the fullback on the dive. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Call it a pickup of 3 and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. On 1st and 10, Weaver. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a give right side Swift. Swift's got the first down and then some. And down to the 7-yard line. A big play there out of the running game. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. Here's Swift. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Weaver. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. Rondale Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. When you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now, this defense for the Lions, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Now a play fake here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Hey, we got 3.
Here's Swift. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Weaver. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Henry out of the pistol. 1st down and much more for Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. A big play there on the catch and run.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding room to the 20. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They go play action here on 1st down. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right.
They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Henry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Mariota's throw complete there to Johnson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And he'll be out right at the 35. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. Well, yeah, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think you got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense. That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mariota flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Open man, Julio. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they're going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Yeah, that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw here. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. So that now back-to-back drive CD that have ended with an interception.
I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked out, went in, and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, Mariota. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Andy Janovich in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Throwing, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now Mariota. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Man open, here is Jones. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Room here to run. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll run here with Edwards. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Gus Edwards, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out.
Touchdown, Detroit! Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. He gets it left side of Johnson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On play action, Mariota sliding out of the pocket. Complete to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Mariota to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. Touchdown! Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And things are getting good now. We're heating up, tied at 35. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 117 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw, Mariota. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Well, sometimes it doesn't appear like much. The out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, it can turn into a big play. The reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
They go play action. Mariota. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year, and the Titans are going to take the lead. Extra point by Cyber up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. He's back to throw. Flushed out right to Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if he can make someone miss in the open field.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed, and now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point, it's up and good, and partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal at the 9.
Now here's a timeout as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it. All kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. last shot now for Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Lions, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.